Hello everyone. I chose to use Google Sites for my final project. I currently use the classic version of Google Sites as my webpage for my students, but I wanted to explore the new sites to create my technology resource guide. There's a lot of new options with the updated versions, such as different layouts, including a table of contents, image carousels, and buttons. The new Google Sites is easy to navigate and update. The intended audience for my resource guide is my colleagues. I tried to choose areas to explore that would be the most helpful to them. I have multiple pages on my website, all of them available along the top navigation bar. The first one, What is Assistive Technology, provides the legal definition of AT and why it's helpful to their users. I also included here that it's also important to note that even though it uses the word device, AT includes almost any tool that supports the learning of a child with a disability. I included a short video that explains assistive technology and provided additional links if my coworkers are looking for more in-depth information. My next page gives a general outline of all the things I feel teachers should know about assistive technology. I made a presentation in Google Slides and imported it to my site. This was really easy to do, and I'm excited to do this on my own website next year to share presentations with my students. It's really easy to navigate through the different slides. I felt the next page was important to show my colleagues that assistive technology does not always have to be a fancy device. So I listed some no to low tech options for the classroom. I think that an educator who hasn't had a lot of experience with working with AT devices might get overwhelmed at first. I use buttons under each picture to take them to links where the products can be purchased. The next page looks at AT for visual impairment. This page includes a table of contents to take you directly to the AT you'd like to explore. I tried to include things I thought might be useful in my building. I included a link with each type of AT that provides additional information on how this type of AT could help a student be successful, as well as a list of products that are available. Some products include the large pink buttons. For example, this one here, it contains, this is a link to a user review of the Talking Graphic Calculator. Also, at the bottom, there's another link that just explains to you how a Braille printer works. The next page is AT for hearing impairments. Again, I included some basic AT for my colleagues to consider. I explained some assistive listening systems, and then I mentioned some specific products. The page contains the links to buy the specific products, and the bottom one even contains a demo. The last part of this page, it has some other helpful AT to assist the hearing impaired in everyday living. I just talked about the things that alarm clocks, smoke detectors, and doorbells can do to help be useful. The next page is the technology for individuals with autism. I included some information from the National Association of Special Education Teachers. This list right here explains what skills can be improved through the use of AT. I included some information about schedules, different AAC devices, as well as some apps for students that could be useful for students with autism. The last page provides information about apps for AT, and this is probably my favorite part of my site. In our technology-driven world, cell phones seem to be everywhere, and they can really be helpful for all students, not just students with disabilities. On this page, I tried to include a variety of media, videos, and supports. There's user reviews, demonstration videos, as well as links to demo the products. I tried to include a variety of apps that could be used for multiple purposes. Some of them aren't all available for Android, or maybe they're just available on iPads. And I also included some that are free as well as some that are kind of costly. I did a lot of final products during my undergrad that got completed and never referenced again. I'm excited that this final project will be valuable for the future. With the ease of using Google Sites, I can continually update the information. This site will remain a valuable resource for myself as well as my coworkers.